Hey guys, I am John Carrick, author of Legacy of Mad Scientist and The Legend of Ashley Fox. Today we are looking at Conan the King number 45. It starts off with a duel between Prince Khan and King Derek, King of the Aesir. Prince Khan is of course Conan's son. This is them fighting on the cover. They are in a dungeon of the Corinthian capital city-state. And let's get to it. Pencils by Mike Doherty. Story by Don Krar. Prince Khan has been fed a potion of forgetfulness by Cagliostros and Queen Leora. This is her right there. I've been calling her Lenora for a couple days. This is Brax Alfar. He is the warlord who wants Queen Leora's soldiers' Ophirian army to join with his army. This is Rufio in the foreground. He is the Aquilonian court jester. He was previously the Corinthian court jester, and he helped the queen and princess escape after King Archimedes was killed. Princess Ilia. I don't remember the queen's name. But I am going to do these a little differently, so I'm going to be very quiet and let the images speak for themselves. Isn't this nice? Just hanging out with a comic book. Conan the King 45. Cagliostros is the evil wizard. This is him right here with the golden Merlin headpiece. Queen Leora believes that Prince Khan is under her spell. He is her lover. He is her mind slave. And she is commanding him to fight King Derek, who is married to Prince Khan's sister, who is pregnant with Derek's child, as is Prince Khan's mother, Queen Zenobia, pregnant with Conan's fourth child, after their son, Prince Taurus, was murdered by these wizards. Everyone is trying to remind Prince Khan of who he is, that he is Conan's son, that Derek is Rhaegon's husband, his brother-in-law. Khan, however, has remembered, actually, a few days ago when he stopped drinking the poisoned wine, and here he is explaining that to Derek. I am not their mind slave. I know who I am, and it's going to take everything we've got to defeat them. Check this out. See the table is white right here? It gets colored again for the letters page at the end. Somewhere along the line, Prince Khan lost his red Rambo headband while he was fighting the demon that was Crassus, became a dragon. Now they maneuver themselves to attack Queen Leora's guards. Rufio takes Leora hostage. Prince Khan puts a sword through the side of her panther. Cagliostros and Braxal Thor are forced to watch these guys take Leora from the dungeon. Rufio throws a dagger at Cagliostros and he melts it. He stops it in place and melts it, but he can't prevent their leaving. Braxal Thor chases after Con and Derek, who are carrying Prince Leora off, along with Rufio, the jester. And Rufio knows the back alleys of this city-state, and he is able to hide them in the secret caverns and the secret passages. And they have bound and gagged Leora. And up here, this is the hard cut, they discover someone in the passages, but it's not Cagliostro's men and Braxal Thor because they haven't been able to find them. So Con and Rufio and Derek with Princess Leora have been captured by someone else. Presumably this is the true royal family of Corinthia, the city-state that they're in right now, where King Archimedes was murdered by these guys, Cagliostros and the others 5 years ago. Cagliostros is angry. These guys have come in and said these guys are kneeling down. We haven't been able to find them, my lord. Please don't kill us. We don't know what to do. Cagliostros explains, you don't understand. This magic power is pent up. It's built up and it has to be released. So, sorry guys, you should have found Prince Con. And he burns them to ashes. Braxal Thor is like, was that really called for? Cagliostros is like, look, you don't understand. That's how magic works. An ad for Sega Genesis. Maybe just Sega, whatever that game system was. Braxal Thor and Cagliostros argue. Cagliostros explains that he is going to strike Conan's wife and daughter. They're both pregnant, and he's going to use his magic on this little raised dais that's like his magic spot where he goes and does his spells. And from there, he is going to launch a magic attack against Conan's wife and daughter. But Conan is in the field, and there will be no one to give him the news if his wife and daughter fall sick. The only people who are going to stress about that is us, the audience. Meanwhile, this other wizard comes and tells Conan, etc., etc., I have some wizard information for you as well. Rufio and the guys, Prince Con. Oh, this is Cagliostros looking into his future, and he sees Rufio and he sees Conan. What was this guy telling Conan? I don't remember. Oh, he was telling him that Conan. This is Conan making battle plans for how to assault the city. But here's Cagliostros, and he sees Conan coming after someone with a broken sword and killing them. And Cagliostros sees that it's him, and he decides he has to do something about that. He can't let that come to fruition. I don't know why we needed 3 pages of this, but I guess Mike Doherty and Don Carr felt it would be important to set the motivations for this old wizard. These are the Corinthians. This guy's name is Diomedes, but it's not spelled like Diomedes in the Iliad. It's spelled a little differently, but I've been calling him Diomedes because that's the name I know from the Iliad. And he is the guardian of the queen and the princess, where Rufio split 5 years ago to go find help, and he's finally returned with help. Prince Derek of the King Derek of the Aesir, and Prince Con of the Aquilonians. And they are going to help set this queen and her daughter, the princess, on the rightful throne. Here's Leora. They are taking her hostage. I really like that this panel down here doesn't have any dialogue. I really, really like that. Here is the princess. She's blind. She went blind from a magic attack when her father was murdered. And everyone is explaining that they're going to help, etc., etc. And they are in this special keep hidden deep under the mountain that Diomedes and Rufio found when they were children. And that's where they've been hiding for the past 5 years. Princess Ilia is beautiful. She looks like Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. She looks like the girl who played Joan of Arc in the Swedish, what was that guy's name? Bergman? Not Ingmar Bergman. I think he was the actor. Ingrid Bergman, I think is her name. I'm probably wrong about that. And I'm spacing on the director's name, who also did that Death movie. Black and white movies. War plans and messages. And Leora has escaped and killed the queen and is holding the princess hostage. And Khan and the others show up and she flees. I'm going to leave this up for a minute. This is a lot happens right here. This queen, who's only been introduced a page ago, has been murdered by Leora, who is this evil woman, to say the least. She is in command of the Ophirian army, I believe. And she jumps out of a window into an inland sea in this underground cavern. And the princess, her mother is dead and she's freaking out. And she's blind. They think she may get her vision back when Cagliostros is killed. That it was his spell that blinded her. So they are fleeing. There's Braxel Thor. Cagliostros is going up here to his temple to attack Zenobia, who has fallen ill. So yeah, Crassus is attacking Queen Zenobia. They are making their escape with the princess. As they make their escape, Rufio is struck in the back with an arrow. This guy, Diomedes, holds up this damaged bridge they have to cross. He gets under it and holds it up for Rufio to sprint across the bridge with the princess on his horse. There's Rufio with the arrow sticking out of his back. I guess that's when he gets stuck. Diomedes dives into the river. And then we get a hard cut to King Conan. With Pallantides, Tricerio, and Publius are his advisors. So they have returned to Conan's camp. Prince Khan is safe. They have a new princess. Derek is safe. Zenobia is not. Rufio has to see the surgeon. And that table got colored for the letters page. So we have one more King Conan. I love comics. Comics are so awesome when they're just about being comics. When they're pure. You can't have a pure comic book. And this is one of them. Conan the Barbarian 45. I guess we have 46 tomorrow because I know we have one more. All right, let's do the next bit. Hey guys, I am John Carrick, and today we looked at Conan the Barbarian, Conan the King, number 45. Yeah, Mike Doherty and Don Carr. And yeah, this is a comic book, all right. This is what they're supposed to be. We had a fight between Prince Khan and Derek, King of the Aesir, and a whole bunch of stuff. This evil wench Leora killed a queen. The wizard made Conan's wife sick from thousands of miles away. So yeah, today's episode is brought to you by The Legacy of a Mad Scientist and Legend of Ashley Fox, my personal novels, available on Amazon, Smashwords, or right here on YouTube as audiobooks for you to listen to if you like. We also have a comic book out here in the description as a PDF, Ashley Fox, Ninja Babysitter, The Last Valkyrie, issue number 6, in a 6-issue limited series where 1 through 5 were never drawn. Starts off with Ashley and Reverend Wolf overlooking a castle, and they need to infiltrate it. This is where the kids have been taken, and they need to rescue them. So check it out. It's in the description. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the description for you guys. Follow through in an image, revelations of a mother goddess, Connor McDarry as done by Michael Sarion. Today's conflicted card is the 10 of diamonds. That is the 10 of diamonds. And this one, in Gordon's neighborhood, I guess we're still Gordon in this card. In Gordon's neighborhood, Mindy is the self-described leader, and she says that everyone's food needs to be collected and redistributed. And that's nonsense. That won't work. Mindy won't be the leader very long. Here's something about the end of the world. Women without Delta headshot skills will not be the leaders for very long. The only people who are going to be leaders are people who can do headshots at 25 feet or more. Especially in a zombie apocalypse, especially in any kind of apocalypse. The idea that fat chicks are going to be in charge at the end of the world is nonsense. Things are going to go very bad for a very long time. We may lose the written word. If we lost civilization in the modern era, we might lose the written word. For huge sections of entire continents. If you lost the rule of law, it'd be bad news. There will be no girl bosses, promise you that. So yeah, what else is going on in the world today? I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I got a great chapter done, good chapter done last night, necessary chapter done last night. So I am happy. I got an hour of drawing done today, got my workout done today. I'm about to sit down and draw for a while after dinner tonight. I'm not doing anything else this evening except drawing, maybe writing. So I'm really happy. Why am I out here doing this? Because I've got novels I want to share with you guys. And because doing this, doing art, is the whole point of being alive, especially in the opportunities that we have in the modern world. It's never been so good for creating music, for telling stories, for painting, for doing illustrations. Forget AI. Yeah, it's there, but don't let that slow you down. You don't do it for AI, you do it for how it feels when it's like playing basketball. It's the same thing. You should be out doing sports. I should be skating more, but I've got a doctor's appointment this coming week, so I need to get some health stuff. As you get older, it takes a little bit more out of you. So I haven't been skating in a little bit. I do need to get out and do that more, but I'm happy writing and drawing. I got a whole lot of drawing done last night. Not in the computer, but freehand. So just character sketches and whatnot. So yeah, that's what makes life worth living. And I am looking for you. I am looking for people who have stories they want to tell that would make good comics. We have one more Conan, and then we're going to do Rocket Girl from Image, a 10-issue series that took something like 10 years, I believe. There were some big gaps in this series, but it looks really, really cool. So yeah, I keep saying a lot. I'm trying to cut that out of these videos. But what else do I want to talk about besides love for art and animation and cartoons and being alive and the world? It is difficult dealing with the complications of being a human being in today's world. A lot of people want you to sign up to their side, whether it's religious, tribal, spiritual, cultural. And you know what? My argument is take sides. Take sides. Figure out who the good people are and help them. And find out who the bad people are and avoid them. Don't make fun of them. This is something I've learned recently. It doesn't do you a lot of good to make fun of people or to point out other people's shortcomings, because yours will become readily apparent to you. I know my shortcomings. I certainly have a lot of them. So, yeah, you don't ever want to wonder about karma. I'm very happy with who I am. I wouldn't trade the last year. If I could do the last year over again, I wouldn't. So, if I could do this life over again, I absolutely would. If I could know what I know now. But if it meant if I had to start over from scratch with no information, what's the point of that? All the lessons I've learned were hard come by. So, it is hard to be funny. This is something I've been coming up against the last few days. It's hard, and it's a good hard. It's a challenge to be funny without being mean. And that's good. That's a good challenge. It's easy to be mean and funny. It's hard to be funny and not be mean. Sometimes, I guess. I don't know. It depends. Circumstantial, I guess. Circumstantial humor is okay. I suppose that's too easy. Do you know what I mean? But the back and forth between characters, like two characters making fun of each other, it really depends on how they take it. Like, if you have two characters making fun of each other and one of them gets their feelings hurt, that's not a fun scene to write or watch. As long as neither of them get their feelings hurt and they keep pushing back, it can be fun. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with. It's not what I'm struggling with for the novel I'm writing. It's what I'm struggling with for some of the comics that I want to do. And it's a little, it's like stand-up. You can't do stand-up where you just go through and make fun of all the faults of people, except for like when Bill Burr did it to Philadelphia. And they were laughing. So you can do it if you can do it in a way that makes them laugh. You have to do it with love and not with hate. And who wants anyone around who's hateful anyhow? You know what I mean? That's no fun. There's got to be a way for everyone to work together. And that's the new Atlantis, right? The new Babylon, if such a thing were possible. I know some friends of mine would say that's blasphemy, that we can't have that it's not what God intended. That's rough. who knows what God's plan is. See you guys tomorrow.